How sweet it is to be loved by you. You know, that song has been covered by so many artists in the last 50 or 60 years, I think. It's been that long. We're going to talk about one of the artists that made that song particularly famous back in the 1970s. Now, I want to introduce myself. We're going to introduce that guitarist later on. My name is Matt Day, and welcome to the Ease Show. This is episode number 2 of season 1. We're so glad that you're able to watch it today. Ease stands for Enrichment Activities for Seniors Everywhere. You can go to easemusic.ca and find out more about our program. We want to connect great music and great entertaining ideas and games and things like that with folks around our country who really would like to benefit and enjoy activities that encourage them and also work on some of the cognition elements of things as well too. And that's one of the goals of our program, and that's one of the benefits of music. Now today we're going to talk about the guitar and the guitar's influence in music since, well, for a long time, but let's say from the mid-1950s forward. I put my guitar image on my wall today. That's a lovely painting of a guitar to stay with our theme. Now, the guitar would have been used by people like Bill Haley, Elvis Presley. We move right into the Beatles, who would have used the guitar. People like Roy Orbison, James Taylor, of course, Willie Nelson, country artists. The guitar spans so many styles of music. It spans so many eras, but it really influenced the shape of music to what we have today. Now, Elvis Presley would not have probably gone into music without a guitar. The legend is that he wanted a bicycle for his 10th birthday, but instead he got a guitar. And we're thankful that he did, because he's able to bring us so much great music. And we are going to do one of the songs right now. Words will be on the screen. We're going to start with All Shook Up. And of course, like all our sing-alongs, we want you to enjoy it and sing along. And that's why we like having those lyrics up there for you. So here we go. A little Elvis Presley for you. Bless my soul, oh, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting just as wild as a bug. I'm in love, I'm all shook up. Hey, hey. My hands are shaking and my knees are weak. Can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you thank when you have such luck? I'm in love, I'm all shook up. Hey, well, please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm a little mixed up, I'm feeling fine when I'm near the girl that I love the best. My heart beats so it scares me to death. She touched my hand and what a chill I got. Her lips are like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say that she's my buttercup. I'm in love, I'm all shook up. Hey, my tongue gets tired when I try to speak. My inside's shaking like a leaf on a tree. There's only one cure for this body of mine, that's to have the girl I love so fine. While she touched my hand, what a chill I got. Her lips are like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say that she's my buttercup. I'm in love, I'm all shook up. Hey, I'm all shook up. Hey, I'm all shook up. Now, it's kind of funny that I'm playing the piano when we're doing all these guitar songs today, but the guitar influenced me so much. I never actually picked it up, but it influenced the songs that I like, and I love how sometimes they translate to the piano. So it's an interesting journey for me to take those songs and make them work on the piano, especially this next song. This next song is a Bill Haley tune called Rock Around the Clock, and it's one of these formative songs for the rock and roll era. 1954, 1955 would have been when that song came out and was popular. Big hit for Bill Haley in the comments, and a big change in the shift for how the people were perceiving music and hearing music back in that era. You ready to go? Words are on the screen. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on. Join clock strikes 1, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock round the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3 and 4, if the band slows down, we yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock round the clock tonight. When the chimes ring 5, 6 and 7, we'll be right in 7th heaven. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock the broad daylight. We're gonna rock round the clock tonight. Here we go. Here we go. It's 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, we'll be going strong, and so will you. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock round the clock tonight. Last verse. When the clock strikes 12, we'll cool off, then stop rocking around the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock round the clock tonight. Bill Haley and the Comets. The Comets, that's not even a band. Don't even think it's a band. It's not. It's Bill Haley and the Comets. Now, we're going to move a little bit from the Comets to a band called the Beach Boys. Why do I bring up the Beach Boys? Well, because this next artist, and you might not know this, was originally a Beach Boy. His name is Glenn Campbell. And you're like, what? He wasn't a Beach Boy? Yeah, he was one of the original Beach Boys. The whole surfing thing, but he was a great guitarist in his own right, and he got into country music and some of the folk music and really defined a lot of that sound. He played on a lot of albums and really was an amazing musician and left really a great legacy of music for all of us, including this song here. This song, by the way, that I used to sing with my brother when I was 8 or 9 years old. His name is Nick, and he used to love singing this old Glenn Campbell song. It's called Rhinestone Cowboy, and I always think of my brother when I think of this song. I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song. Know every crack on these dirty sidewalks of Broadway. Hustle's the name of the game. Nice guys get washed away like the snow and the rain. There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on his horse in a star-spangled rodeo. Like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, and offers coming over the phone. Well, I really don't mind the rain. A smile can hide all the pain. You're down when you're riding a train that's taken the long way. Of things I'll do with a subway token and $1 tucked inside my shoe. There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on his horse in a star-spangled rodeo, just like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, and offers coming over the phone, like a rhinestone cowboy. riding out on his horse in a star-spangled rodeo, just like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, and offers coming over the phone. Well, that was Rhinestone Cowboy by Glen Campbell, a great guitarist in his own right. Another person who's a great guitarist is Marc Baudin. Who's Marc Baudin? Well, he comes from Sept-Îles, Quebec. He now lives here in Edmonton, Alberta. He's a great band leader. He's a great bass player. He's a great arranger. He studied at Berklee Music School in Boston, and he's here to perform for you. Please welcome a great classical guitar player, Marc Baudin. Thank you. That was Marc Baudin, a great guitarist. You're going to hear him a little bit later in the program as well. You're going to hear a great jazz vocalist from Edmonton. You got a lot of good entertainment coming up and a game coming up as well. A little bingo coming up later on. Now, this lady, her name is Patsy Cline. She left us a little early. Patsy died in a plane crash. She has a beautiful voice, and she has just a beautiful way about the way that she presents her songs. She's a lot of great songs, but the one I'm going to do with us today is a little song called Walkin' After Midnight. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles on the highway. Well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stop and see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere a-walking after midnight, searching for me. I stop and see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere a-walking after midnight, searching for me. Well, Patsy Cline wasn't the only artist who was able to bring us the beautiful sounds of the 1950s and 60s. But Doris Day had a long run as well. Doris, wow, she had a lot of albums. Again, you can Google that to find out how many she had. But Doris Day's song sounds a little bit like the song we just sung. It's called Sentimental Journey. I'm gonna take a sentimental journey. I'm gonna set my heart at ease. I'm gonna make a sentimental journey to renew old memories. I got my bag, I got my reservation. Spent each time I could afford. Like a child in wild anticipation, I long to hear that all aboard. 7, that's the time we leave at 7. I'll be waiting up at heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. I never knew my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roam? I'm gonna take that sentimental journey, sentimental journey home. 7, that's the time we leave at 7. I'll be waiting up at heaven, counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Never thought my heart could be so yearning. Why did I decide to roam? Gonna take a sentimental journey, sentimental journey home. Gonna take a sentimental journey, sentimental journey home. A gentleman who's still around is James Taylor. James Taylor has written so many great songs. He was a great guitar player. Originally started out as a cello player. That's where he learned a lot of his technique. We're going to sing a James Taylor song right now called Fire and Rain. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. Just can't remember who to send it to. And I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. Seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought I'd see you again. Won't you look down on me, Jesus? Gotta help me make a stand. You just got to see me through another day. My body's aching, my time is at hand, and I won't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. Seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought I'd see you again. Been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines and pieces on the ground. And I've seen fire and I've seen rain, seen sunny days that I thought would never end, seen lonely times when I could not find a friend, but I'd always thought I'd see you again. But I always thought that I'd see you again. James Taylor, an amazing, amazing guitarist. Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit of trivia about James Taylor, and that takes us to our music trivia, a little bit of history here, part of the program today. Now, James Taylor was on the Johnny Cash show back in 1971, I think it was. And he actually added himself the cover of Time magazine. It's a very cool cover. If you Google that, it's kind of this artsy looking cover. I think we have a picture of that on the screen as well. Now, James Taylor performed a number of songs, including Fire and Rain, on the Johnny Cash show. Let's sing You Got a Friend at the end of the show today. James, of course, I told you, took some cello lessons when he was a child living in North Carolina, and then he learned guitar. In 1960, he took guitar up as well. He was also influenced by hymns and carols and the music of Woody Guthrie. So that's James Taylor, a great musician, a great musical historian, and just a very gentle soul as well. But we're going to sing that song that he actually Carole King's song, You've Got a Friend. We're going to do that at the very end. But right now, I told you were going to get a treat from Ruth Blaze. She is a vocalist from Edmonton, and she's going to sing a song by James Taylor, the song that I actually started our program with today. So enjoy Ruth Blaze.
How sweet it is to be loved by you. I needed the shelter of someone's arms. There you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs. There you were. With sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotion. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Wondering where would I be without you in my life. Everything I did was just a bore. Everywhere we went seemed I've been there before. But you brighten up for me all of my days with a love so sweet in so many ways. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby. Sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Take it away, Matt. To myself, for me there's you and there ain't nobody else. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby. How sweet it is to be loved by you.
Well, thanks, Ruth, for that great rendition of a great James Taylor song, How Sweet It Is to be loved by you. Now, how sweet it is to play music bingo, and that's what we're going to do right now. This is the most fun part of the show for me because it's so improvisational. There's going to be a card on the screen in a few minutes, and you'll be able to follow along on that card. Or if you want a printed card, you can go to easemusic.ca. Under the Services tab, there's a bingo link. Just click on that link, and it's going to take you to a PDF of 30 cards. So if you're staff, you can print that out for as many of your residents as you want. Play as a group if you're allowed to. Slip it under doors, put it in mailboxes, whatever you need to do to get that out. It's fun to use those cards as well. That link is also going to be below the video that you're watching right now, and it'll take you to those cards. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into Music Bingo. Follow along on the screen if you like, or play on your cards. Here's the first song. Tequila. How did they do it? How did they get a successful song with one word? Man, if I tried that today. Anyway, that was a fun song called Tequila by one of those surfing bands from back in this 1960s. Okay, this next guy, I don't think he ever surfed, but he wrote a lot of great songs. And here's a song I'm going to play. See if you can guess it. Sound familiar? It goes like this. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire, with his signature lick, right? Can't miss it. It's trumpets actually on the original recording. The song is Ring of Fire by the great Johnny Cash. Okay, let's keep going. This is a lot of fun. I'll give you a hint. I am happy to be here with you. That's the only hint you're going to get. So happy together, I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue. That is a song called Happy Together. And you know what? I'm happy that we're together virtually, even though we can't be there in person. A lot of times I get to come to some different places and be there in person, but we have to take this for what it is right now. So that was Happy Together. Here's another song. It's a Beatles song. So let's go across the water and do a Beatles tune. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I say, it's all right. Oh, wow, the Beatles wrote a lot of great songs. That's one of my favorites. Actually, I think George Harrison wrote that song. Again, guitar player. We're doing a guitar theme today, so that would make a lot of sense. Here's another guitar song. This guy was in Edmonton in the 1980s, and he was actually in hospital in Edmonton in the 1980s. And here's his song, a song that my wife makes me play for her every week. Every day, more like. Pretty woman, walking down the street, pretty woman, the kind I like to meet, pretty woman. Roy Orbison, Pretty Woman is our next song. Cross it off if you've got it. Okay, a lot of songs in the 1960s got a little bit longer, and with the advent of the 33 record, you could actually put more songs or longer songs on there than you could for a 45. So they could finally actually put this song on the bigger records. It goes like this. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how the music used to make me feel. And I knew that if I had the chance that I could make the people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die. That's John McClane's American Pie. He talks about the Buddy Holly story in there and a couple other things that he never really tells us what the other stuff means. Okay, let's keep going with some of those great guitar players. Paul Simon was a great guitar player. He had a duo with Art Garfunkel, and they did this song. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart, you're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I don't know all the words, so I'll stop right there. That song is Cecilia, and that's Simon and Garfunkel. They were a great group. Okay, another great group, another great duo, actually. They broke up on stage, I think in 1973. I think I've said that before. But have a listen to this song. Everly Brothers. And the song we're looking for is Dream. Whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Everly Brothers, what a great group. I think they got back together a few times after that breakup to do some charity events, but yeah. Great group. Okay, I'm going to take you back to the Beatles. Here's an interesting Beatles song that doesn't sound like any other Beatles song. Song is called Something, written by George Harrison from the Beatles, and it was said, and I've heard this story, that Frank Sinatra once attributed publicly that song to Paul McCartney. I don't think it sat very well with George Harrison. What a great guitar player he was. Sometimes it's a little underrated, but a great guitar player. Now, here's a group that had a whole bunch of great guitar players in it and had a whole bunch of great hits in the late 60s and into the 70s. Broke up for a while, and they came back and they did some reunion concerts in the last 10 years or so. This intro is normally played on the guitar. Sounds okay on the piano. You know what song that is? If you're an Eagles fan, you'll know it's Hotel California. Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find it here. I once wrote a song parody that went, welcome to the Motel Manitoba. And maybe on another show, I'll play that whole song. It's pretty funny. I think it's funny. Okay. This next song is funny because it's a four-person band, not the Platters, Coasters. The Coasters did this song. Take out the papers and the trash, or you will get no spending cash. If you don't sweep and mop the floor, ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak, don't talk back. I just think that's funny. Just to be able to look in both cameras and say yakety yak, I think it's funny. So if you got that song, cross it off. I'm having more fun than you, but I don't care. I'm having a great time. This is one of the first rock and roll songs I ever learned on the piano. Listen to this intro. You might know it right away. Sound familiar? Yeah? Okay, well, this is a song that was popular in the 1970s, and it goes like this. Just take those old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself. And music ain't got the same soul. I like that old-time rockin' and roll. Old-time rock and roll by Bob Seger. Bob Seger, wow. I think he's still doing it, too. I think he's still out there. I think he's still, yeah, he's a great... I get teased a lot at the hospital I work at because I know, I know a lot of the beginnings of a lot of songs, but I don't know all the songs all the way through. So the joke is that yeah, Matt can only play the first few measures of some of these songs. Anyway, that's all you need for music bingo is the first few measures. Okay, this next song is a Rolling Stones tune, and it was probably their first hit. I think it's their first hit in the UK. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. It's got such a cool guitar. Again, we're doing guitars. It's such a cool guitar intro, but on the piano, I think it sounds pretty good as well. That's Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. Mick Jagger. Do you know Mick Jagger actually studied ballet to become a dancer? He was actually a fan of ballet, but actually studied it to improve and get as good as he got. Let's see. Oh, here's one. This is one, I think it's 1969, the year I was born. This song came out. Again, a guitar intro that was pretty unique to that song that goes, hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. Down in the hollow, playing a new game with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Popular Van Morrison song, maybe his most popular Van Morrison song. My sister loves the song Brown Eyed Girl. Okay, here's a fun tune. It's a Wilson Pickett song. Mustang Sally, guess you better slow the Mustang down. Mustang Sally now, baby. Get it? Mustang Sally. I mean, that's got to be the easiest bingo song I think we have today. That was Wilson Pickett with Mustang Sally. Well, me singing Mustang Sally, Wilson Pickett's song. What else should we do? Oh, here's one that's kind of fun. Oh, yeah. This is another band, big guitar band as well. Their name is Three Dog Night. Not to be compared with Two Cat Morning or One Ferret Afternoon. That's a bad joke, but I think it's funny. So this is Three Dog Night. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I let him drink of his wine. Oh, we always had mighty fine wine, singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. I got hired to play a Christmas Eve service years and years ago, and the minister said, we'd like you to play Joy to the World. So I went, Joy to the World. Wrong Joy to the World. It didn't work out very well. Was not hired back. Let's just say that. Okay, this next song was written by Otis Redding. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting till the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, watching roll away again. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. What a great song. Otis Redding had such a great feel to that particular song. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play, I don't know, I think we have time for a few more songs. Let's do the Creedence Clearwater Revival song. And this one's pretty easy. It's pretty short. You ready? I feel a bad moon rising. There you go. That's the shortest one we did all day. But sometimes those songs have the words right at the beginning, or has the title right at the beginning, and it's the giveaway. It's the hint. This next song here it's an interesting song. Michael Bublé redid this song, I don't know, 5 years ago. Save the last dance for me. See how that happens? Sometimes the title's at the end, sometimes it's in the middle. Interesting, especially in bingo, because then you're wondering what that song is. Here's what I'm gonna do. I want to end with, I'm gonna end with this song. Let me do one more fun one. We already sang this song today, but I'll do one more for the bingo for you. And then my last song is a kind of a special song. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock rock, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags. So that is Rock Around the Clock. Already sang it, a great Bill Haley song. Now our last song on Music Bingo, and I'm going to save it for this reason, is because it's got a great theme to it. But the song is one of these songs, again, that's like, isn't it that title? No, it's actually a different title than you think. So I'm going to sing it, and you tell me if you know this one. I'll give you a hint. It's a Bob Marley song. So if you know your Bob Marley, then you may already know what song I'm going to do. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Saying don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Woke up this morning to the rising sun. Here's the title. 3 little birds perched on my doorstep, singing sweet songs with melodies pure and true. This is my message for you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Hey, that's a great way to end Music Bingo, with that thought that we all need to know everything's going to be all right. We're going to get through this whole COVID thing. We're going to be able to get back together soon, and it's going to be great. So thanks for playing Music Bingo. Again, that's the funnest part of the show for me, and let's move on. But again, thanks so much for playing. Okay, one more sing-along song before we get another performance by Mark Bodan. So this is an old Hank Williams song. It's a great song. It's called Hey Good Lookin'. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we can find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford, a $2 bill, and I know it's about right over the hill. The soda pop and the dancing's free. If you wanna have fun, come along with me. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? I'm trying to do my best Hank Williams voice here, trying to get that country sound, so see if you can do it with me. Well, I'm free and ready, so we can go steady. How's about saving all your time for me? No more looking, I know I've been tooken. How's about keeping steady company? I'm gonna throw my date book over the fence and buy me one for 5 or 10 cents. I'll keep it till it's covered with age. I'm writing your name down on every page. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up for me? How's about cooking something up with me? It's always fun. I like doing that Hank Williams song. All right, I promised you Mark Bodan is going to come back and play us one more song. He's got a Beatles song called In My Life. Enjoy. Mark Baudin finishing off our artist spotlights in our show today. Mark plays that beautiful classical style, that finger-picking style on his guitar that is reminiscent of James Taylor. Also had that beautiful style on his guitar. Such a relaxing style in that particular genre, isn't it? So in keeping with James Taylor, I'm going to wrap up with a James Taylor song and then a Bob Dylan song to end the show with. And I've had a lot of fun with you today. Again, thanks for being part of this show today, and thanks for taking part in some of the activities. Some people like to skip around in the program a little bit, go play a little bit of this and maybe hear an artist, and feel free to do that. Pause anytime you like. Maybe go back and sing a song again or play the games again if you enjoy doing that. So this is called You've Got a Friend, and this is actually a Carole King song, but of course Carole King and James Taylor had a good relationship for a while. I think they're still pretty good friends, but this is a beautiful song, and I think this is the kind of song that we all need for each other and to be able to say to each other these days. And you need some love and care. Nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, just keep your head together and call my name out loud, and soon I'll be knocking on your door. You just call out my name, wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. Let's sing that part again. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Well, our last song today is another great guitar player. His name's Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan has been around for a long time. Bob Dylan even won a Nobel Prize in just a couple years ago, and he wrote another song, a 17-minute song about the JFK assassination. Of course, Bob Dylan played harmonica, played guitar. I think he was at Woodstock. He just had a prolific career, and it's still going, so good for Bob. But Bob had that kind of really unique voice. It kind of sounded like, "Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I ain't sleepy, and there ain't a place I'm going to." Anyway, that's my best Bob Dylan impression. But the song we're going to sing is called "Blowin' in the Wind." "Blowin' in the Wind" has been covered by Joan Baez, Stevie Wonder, Peter, Paul, and Mary. So many artists covered that song, and for good reason. It's a great song, and it's got a great message in it, too. So we're going to end today our program. Thanks again for being with us with Bob Dylan, "Blowin' in the Wind." Words are on the screen. Sing along. How roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? Yes, and how many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist before it's washed to the sea? Yes, how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? And how many times can a man turn his head, pretend that he just doesn't see? Oh, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? How many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? Oh, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Well, it's been a lot of guitar-influenced music today, and I hope you've enjoyed the music from the 50s and 60s and 70s. You're able to sing along. You're able to enjoy some of the artists, the good news that we have there, and especially the game. We always like playing the games. The games are going to be a little bit different every time. We've got about 3 or 4 different games that people really enjoy, and we'll bring those along each time we do the show. So thanks again for being part of the Ease Show today. Again, please visit our website. It's easemusic.ca, and we'd love to hear from you. There's a little form there you can fill out. Send us an email. We'd be glad to answer any questions you have. So again, thanks for being part of our show today. My name is Matt Day, and I hope you had a good time.